The SNAP provincial election campaign is underway, and Premier John Horgan visited Terrace this weekend to tout the NDP's record on healthcare and warn voters of the potential cost of a Liberal government. While standing in front of Mills Memorial Hospital on Saturday, Horgan highlighted the NDP's inclusion of a new hospital in the 2020 budget, which is scheduled to be ready for 2024.
$441 million going towards a state-of-the-art facility to replace this one. It will double the size of the hospital, almost twice as many beds. And as Elaine said, we're going to be putting in the technology and the people to run that equipment to make sure that people can get the health care they need closer to home. But in order to build this hospital, we need to ensure that we re-elect an NDP government.
He also boasted of his government's ability to raise additional healthcare dollars through the EHT, which garners approximately $1.8 billion annually by having 15% of the province's largest businesses contribute a little bit more. Horgan wanted voters to know that a Liberal government will try to pay for their promises through corporate tax breaks and cuts to programs.
I want to talk a little bit about the BC Liberal record because they seem to be running away from it as fast as they possibly can. They seem to have forgotten that in their time in government, they doubled medical services premiums, a tax on people to get access to health care. It didn't go into health care, of course, it went into general revenue, went into the pot. Money out of your pockets into the pool to be spent as the Liberals decided, not as the communities needed. And we want to change that. In fact, we have changed that.
When asked about the funding for infrastructure projects in Terrace, such as the reconstruction of Landfair Hill and adding an additional overpass, Horgan says he is aware of the current issue and states they're giving resources to communities for them to use to improve accessibility.
We've been working with elected representatives here in Terrace and throughout the region. We brought forward a $100 million capital grant to communities across the corridor in 2018, another $50 million last year. And we've also, as part of our economic recovery plan to address the COVID-19 epidemic or pandemic, we put in place a $100 million capital envelope so that municipalities can access those dollars to use on shovel-ready projects.
The Premier was joined by BC NDP Skeena candidate Nicole Hallbauer. They also paid a visit to Kitsim-Kalim Chief Don Roberts and participated in a tour of the Heisla Health Centre in Kitimat Village. For CFTK-TV News, I'm Hilary Johnson.